You're not alone. If you need someone to talk to today, please contact Crisis Services Canada by either calling them at 1-833-456-4566 all hours of the day, or you can text them at 45645 at 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Time. Remember, you're not alone, and Crisis Services Canada is here to help. Good morning, everyone, and welcome into this edition of Coffee with Graeme on ASTV Productions. I'm your host, Graeme Forsyth. Today's edition of the show is brought to you by Pure Anada Natural Beauty, made in Canada. In today's edition of the show, we're introducing yet another segment into Coffee with Graeme. It's going to be called Inside the University. And what Inside the University is going to be about, it's me talking to women's college hockey programs here in Canada and highlighting the things that these programs have done. And in the first ever edition of Inside the University, I'm going to be sitting down with head coach of the Assiniboine Community College Cougars, Tony Bertone. This team in the last two seasons that they've had a chance to play in have been sensational, like back in 2018-19 where this team went to Dallas and won a national championship, and then in 2019-2020 they followed it up by going undefeated in ACHA Division II play, and in total games they ended up going 31-0. I had a chance to ask Tony today about the 2018-19 season as well as the 2019-2020 season and more here on this edition of Coffee with Graeme Inside the University with Tony Bertone here on ASTV Productions. Joining me on the first ever edition of the segment that we're doing Inside the University is head coach of the Assiniboine Community College Cougars, Tony Bertone. Tony, thank you so much for taking the time today. How are you doing in these COVID times?
Well, thank you for having me, Graeme. I'm doing fine. It's it's frustrating, as everybody else knows. But we have to, all pull together, get our vaccines, get through it. We all have to part.
Yeah, exactly. And hopefully we do pull through it and we get to see a 2021-2022 season, because what you guys have been building up with this program has been fantastic, at least in the last 2 years that you had to play. I mean, in 2018-19 winning a national championship in Dallas, and then 2019-2020 you guys went undefeated 21-0 in the regular season. So just starting off with you, you've been with the program for 4 seasons in total, 2 as a head coach. Just what's it been like since your time coming to just Assiniboine Community College to coach with this team?
Oh, it's been great. I was coach there in the 2017-2018 season, and then I got the head coaching job in 2018-2019, and I bring my counterpart with me, Terry Sinkfell. We've been together for going on 19 years coaching together, and so I had the opportunity to coach, and I asked him if he would come on this journey with me, and he said yes, let's do it. So yeah, we took over a team. We went that year. We lost 6 times, and all 6 times we lost to Minot State. All 6 games that we played them in 2018, 2019, and but I told the girls, nationals. It's a brand new season. We'll take the show on the road and see what happens. Dallas, and the girls. I could tell we practiced hard in March, and we learned a different style of play that we taught them, and just to maybe see Minot in the final. We were hoping for that, and yeah, we got to we fought hard there in the semi against Thunder Bay. That was a tough game, and we got through it, and we went to the final against Minot, and I know I could feel it in the dressing room. The girls, just had this energy about them, and they just wanted to leave everything in Dallas, and they did. We ended up beating them 1-0 in a terrific game. Real hard fought by a battle, and yeah, it was tremendous, tremendous feeling.
Of all your years of being a head coach or being a coach, just have you coached a team like that where everyone was just coming into work every day, to whether it be practices or games, and they wanted it as much as this team did? Just what was so special about just the way that these girls handled themselves on and off the ice in that 2018-19 season?
Well, that's the whole key is is you got to have a good dressing room, and we it took a little bit to get this group together, and and pulling on the same rope there all together. And once we did that, I could sense it in March, and just practicing in March, they had a jump that I didn't see before, and they wanted to prove something, prove, and they knew they were a good team, and they were a good team, and they just wanted. You could sense they wanted to prove it, and you know what? And like I say, they came together, and we had some. We did some video, and we had a little potluck and over with the girls, and then we watched some videos and discussed the game against Minot. And then we could see, as the game was playing, we were pointing out different, aspects of the game. Look at here, look at here, look at this, and they could see that we could skate with them. We just, get into penalty trouble, or something else, would go astray, and we'd end up, losing the game. But yeah, they put it all together, and like I say, you know what? They came together as a group, and they wanted to leave their mark. And like I've talked to you before, Graeme, I tell them, write your chapter.
Yeah.
You're here at ACC. Let's write a chapter together, because it was a new gig for me, and I said to them, let's go, let's write a chapter, and leave our mark with this, and they did.
Looking at just your three main goals as a coach, along with that, and just how you promote teamwork, respect, and hard work, would you say that these are the cornerstones of the program that you guys have built at ACC?
And those are the three beliefs, and we've been Terry and I have been coaching that way since we've got together back in Pee Wee. I drafted his son in minor hockey here in Brandon, and that's how I got to know him. And he was a parent, and he was willing to help. And you know what? And then we started coaching together, and every team that we've coached, those have been our beliefs: team, respect, and hard work. And you'll get that from Terry and I and the coaching staff. And you know what? We want everybody to buy in and bring that team respect and hard work, because we do every practice, every game. We're ready, and we do our homework on who we're playing, and what the team's about, and we practice, learn our systems, and then we bring a good game to the ice.
You guys are always looking for players that are going to be good in the school, in terms of just in the classroom. Could you just speak of the types of students you guys have been able to bring in throughout the years here at ACC?
Well, I've got a great coaching staff. I mean, the scouting staff. I got Mark Alderson down in Morden and Bob Lund, Oakville, and I've got Dave Clark in Neepawa, and and myself. Uh, we, I tell them, like, we look into making sure we talk to the coaches. Uh, you know, we need a student athlete. We're not just looking for a hockey player to come and just and play the sport of hockey or volleyball or soccer or whatever at the college. We call them student athletes for a reason because they're students, and then we give them the athletic. As long as they keep up their academics, at ACC, everything is supplied for you. Being you know there's no charge for the practice ice for on the road. We give them a per diem for traveling, so there's no cost for food. Hotels are all covered for. When we travel with our team bus, it's everything is given to you, but you have to keep up your part of the agreement, which is a student. We want you to come and get a diploma or a certificate. We're only a 1 or 2 year program, and we want you to leave ACC with a diploma and then with the experience of playing women's hockey or soccer or volleyball. And we want you to have that great experience. It's a total package
Yeah.
that we all look forward. We look for those girls that are going to be a good fit, and academically wise too. We just don't want you to come here for the sport.
Yeah, and just speak about the school and just how much their support means to just this program because like you said they give these girls so much to just the tools to succeed and stuff like that in terms of just practice ice and the stuff that you've named. Could you speak about just the support the school has given the team since you've been here?
Well, our president, Mark Prison, is a big supporter of the athletes, all athletes. Not just hockey. Uh, we and then our athletic manager. You know, they're both Beth and I forget her name now. But they're Larry Shannon. They're big supporters of our program, and they do above and beyond making sure that the girls have if they're having trouble with their marks, sure they get tutored. We stay on top of them, making sure that their marks are up and and stay with their GPA so they can play the sports. And they do a great job. Like I say, they're totally supportive of the athletes. They do whatever they have to keep these students and get their diplomas.
Moving back into that national championship season, that being your first year as a head coach, just how special was that for you personally? And just the pride you had knowing that these girls went out and did their thing, achieved the goal that they wanted to achieve. Just how special was that from just your point of view of witnessing that team go out and go on a run in Dallas and win a national championship?
Oh, that was unbelievable. Like, Graham, we all we wanted, we as a group, we wanted to go and hit the ice and take one game at a time. And if the hockey gods were looking after us, we were going to get to the final. And it was going to be a tough road, and it was. It was tough getting past Thunder Bay. And they were defending champs. So it was once we got to the final, I just there, I don't know, I just didn't take it, put a lot of pressure on the girls or myself for with the being at the in the final in the national championship. I didn't. you know what? I just wanted the girls to have a great experience and play the way that we taught them in our system, and they did. And you know, I gotta say, Simone Turner, Hummer, she was MVP that tournament, the national tournament in Div 2 there, and she led the way. And there was a lot of Marley Kuznell was our only goalie. She played all the games for us that whole year, and she stepped up, and it was you could tell everybody was focused, Graham. Everybody was focused, and they wanted to win, and we did. Yeah.
Yeah. And like for this team, for this program to go out the next season, go undefeated in every game that you guys play, going 21-0, just what was it like to sit back and see that from the group of girls that you guys had in 2019, 2020, to see them go perfect in that season, in the games you guys were able to play?
You know, and that's the thing. In the 2019-2020 season, again, a new group of girls. We brought in some new girls, and again, that's it's our same speech. So what chapter are we going to write, girls? What are we going to do this year? And so we set our goals, and we talk about it all the time in practices, and I remember I was on one of the first practices there, and we were talking about it, and I said, you know what, girls, I want to go undefeated this season, and I could just tell by the talent that we had on the, and I remember Hay Anderson, one of our big defensemen there. He said, "Coach, you can't say that. You can't say that. You're going to jinx us, eh?" And so I never did mention it again, but that was my goal, and I could see, the talent we had on the ice, and the way the girls were clicking, and being so supportive of each other at an early, start of to the season. I could see that already, and I said, yeah, I don't want to lose it. I want to go on defeat this season. And like I said, and then here we go. We went 21-0 in ACHA, and then we played the 10 exhibition games against MW JHL Junior League there, Women's Junior League in Winnipeg. We played 7 games there, and we played against Yellowhead and a few other exhibition games, and we went 10-0, against other teams, So, and to end up, 31-0 for the season, wow, what a chapter, And again, I tell them, let's not just reflect on the past. Let's write. And it's the same with this group that I had this year. A lot, just so much talent again. And then we got about 5 practices, and then it was shut down as everybody else's hockey was, and other sports. But they got to write a chapter, and I feel like them because we're turning over 8 girls to graduation. But they'll be remembered, and and then this group year for this coming season here, 2021-22 season, where we've recruited 11 girls, and we're looking to have another successful season, and we'll see what chapter they're going to write.
Welcome back to Coffee with Graeme here on ASTV Productions. Before I end today's episode, I want to thank Tony Bertone for coming on and being the guest in this week's edition of the show on Inside the University. Tony will be joining me on next Tuesday's edition of the show to continue talking about Assiniboine Community College because we ran into some technical difficulties today, and I'd like to have him back on the show to talk a bit more about ACC and just the great things that they've been doing with their women's hockey program. I want to thank you, the viewer, for tuning in today, and I also want to thank Pure Anada for sponsoring today's edition of the show. I'll be back on the network on Thursday at 10 a.m. Central Daylight Time for another edition of Coffee with Graeme. You can catch that one on Facebook at ASTV Productions, or you can head to our website at astvproductions.com to check it out as well. But until Thursday, folks, I've been your host of Coffee with Graeme, Graeme Forsyth, signing off now. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe out there. And until Thursday, folks, I'll see you then.